Oh, my wonderful senior friends. Okay, more money has been made in real estate than in all other industrial investments combined. Combined. Now, what have you done? Okay, you've looked at the value of whatever real estate you own now. Now, I want you to compare that with how much you paid when you originally bought the property. I mean, did you buy a house for $150,000 and it's now worth $400,000, $500,000? Did you buy it for $400,000, now it's worth $700,000, whatever it is? There's probably appreciation. In other words, you made a lot of money, and most people, the bulk of their assets are in real estate. So we're thinking people of action. That's what it means to be old. They talk about old people having wisdom. Well, it's like, you've been around for a while and you understand things. You understand that if you own a house and you probably made really good money at it, and if I said to you, do you wish you had bought two of them or three of them or five of them or 10 of them back when you, of course. I mean, if you made $100,000 already, you might think, well, if I did that 10 times, I'd make a million. Yes, that's exactly right. So you're thinking, if I could go back and do that, I would definitely do that. Now, of course, you can't do that. But what you can do is maybe buy for the future. Your future, your children's future, your grandchildren's future. And as I said, even if you don't actually do these deals, you're learning so much about the local real estate market that you have a lot to share with your children and grandchildren and neighbors and friends. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to help you become not an expert, but one of the experts on real estate values in your small specific investment area. So this is an exciting time. It's an exciting time to think, hey, what did real estate sell for in my area? Okay, back in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I mean, you could say there have been little dips, okay, of a year or two in the early 90s and, 2007, 2008, real estate went down. It always bounced back and bounced back higher. So if you said, I'd like to go back and to do that. Well, we're always going to have inflation because inflation makes people feel better. When things cost more, people, it's crazy, but people feel better. So there's always going to be inflation. The prices are always going to go up. And what are you doing? You're locking in values when you buy something. Real estate is a hedge against inflation. You're making money appreciating with this. So it's an exciting time for us on our series here, Real Estate After 60, to be thinking, hey, I could replicate what I did before. Yes, you can do that. You could buy condos. Yes, you can do that. Or you can just learn about this. And the learning process, as I said, learning something new is very important to keep our mind going. And you may make a few bucks at the same time. You may make a lot of money at the same time when you start getting into this. As we get into this and you see what you can do, you say, oh my God, I wish I had done blah, 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 blah. Okay, don't worry about that. It's where are you now and where do you want to go? I'm going to help you.